Hello, welcome to the latest Africa Roundup from NVentures here in Merseyside. In Egypt, exploration and development continues apace. Over 25 exploration wells have been drilled in the last 6 months, mostly in the Western Desert onshore, and 9 by APA affiliates. Offshore, Woodside recently entered the Tiber and North El Dabar blocks. North El Dabar is also the target of a Qatar energy farm-in. Both deals completed ahead of operator Chevron spudding the Kenja-1 well. Qatar Energy is already in the North Maracaya offshore block with ExxonMobil to the east of North El Dabar, where they plan to drill the Nefertari-1 wildcat soon. Both wells will test the edges of the Herodotus Basin on the western side of the Nile Delta. BP planned 2 wells on the King Marriott block nearby. Exploration drilling has restarted in Libya, with ENI and OMV reporting drilling campaigns. ENI are also drilling ahead onshore Algeria. There were mixed results in Morocco recently. Energean took a major stake in the Anchois gas development offshore with Chariot, but Anchois 3 appears to have proven the appraisal case for Anchois but failed on its exploration target. Onshore and adjacent to this, Chariot have reported a 50% success rate on 2 gas exploration wells at Lukos. Elsewhere offshore Morocco, ExxonMobil took 2 large reconnaissance permits to the west of Genel and Hunt, whilst ENI walked away from its Tarfaya shallow water block after a dry well there. Mauritania similarly witnessed major exits, with Shell leaving C2 and C10, and BP leaving C8, host to the large Bir Allah gas discovery. Guinea-Bissau welcomed back deep-water exploration drilling in October, with APUS drilling Atum-1 in Block 2. The well reportedly found Albion Reservoir, but no commercial hydrocarbons. A number of firms are looking at major positions in Sierra Leone and Liberia again, with FA Oil taking a large block offshore Sierra Leone recently. In Côte d'Ivoire, ENI took 4 new blocks as protection acreage around their recent Kalau discovery. Elephant Oil took 3 underexplored blocks onshore Côte d'Ivoire to the east. We might expect a number of farm-in deals and new entries for the super majors, as the demand for acreage increases in the offshore busy plays. Ghana appears quiet in comparison, but with tremendous potential across the Tano Basin in and around Jubilee. Nigeria remains a hub for production, with limited frontier exploration. NNPC are testing unexplored onshore basins, and Chevron reported an ILX discovery at Meiji Northwest 1 recently. The government finally approved the transfer of the ExxonMobil shallow water portfolio to Seplat, while Total Energies sold a major onshore portfolio to Chapal Energies recently. The vast offshore basins around Sao Tome and Principe will host significant exploration in the next few years. Super majors have taken large positions, and the first well offshore the EEZ, Jaka 1, proved up light oil in Upper Cretaceous clastic reservoirs, at this point at sub-commercial volumes. Gabon and Congo remain busy for exploration drilling and concessions. In Gabon, Asala and Perenco continue to drill up onshore and nearshore reserves. BW and Panoro are achieving new production highs on the Dussafu block offshore, and plan to drill a new exploration well, Bourdon 1, imminently. Valco plans 7 infill wells over Etam Maran in 2025, while a group comprising BW, Valco and Panoro have signed 2 large exploration PSCs surrounding both Etam and Dussafu. Angola will see a number of major wildcats in 2025, with Azul planning at least 3 wells in the Lower Congo Basin and Namib Basin. The Kwanza Basin has seen some acreage awards recently onshore to Afentra and others, while all eyes are on the offshore Namib Basin, where ExxonMobil have finished drilling the Arcturus 1 wildcat. Namibia remains a hotspot, predominantly over the Orange Basin, although results are eagerly awaited onshore at Recon Africa's Nangopo-1 well. Offshore, BW and Rhino have announced major drilling plans north and south of the Kudu gas field, respectively. Total Energy has spud Tamboti-1 near Venus, and Galp are drilling ahead on their successful Mopani trend. Chevron should spud Kapana-1 soon on Pel 90. South of the border, Shell and Total Energy have large deep water positions, and Total Energy have between 3 and 5 major wildcats planned. Overall, there's an increase in the number of deal transactions across Northern and Western Africa, albeit focused mainly on traditional core areas. Major gaps for both M&A and farming activity still persist across East Africa and Northwest Africa. Exploration and appraisal drilling activity remains dampened, but there are core areas of activity driven by infrastructure-led exploration and, less commonly, exploration hotspots. We can expect a rush of activity in the next 2 quarters in the Orange Basin and the transform margin around Côte d'Ivoire. NVentures are tracking over 200 planned wells across the continent, a massive opportunity for the upstream sector. Thank you for tuning in and look out for the next NVentures roundup soon.